All right. This your boy Mitch TV coming to you straight off the hip. Car Chronicles, another episode. I just want to thank everybody for like, commenting, and subscribing to my page. First things first, let's go ahead and talk about some NBA stuff. So I know this been brewing for the last 2 weeks. I don't care about being the first person to report it. I just care about gathering stuff and just talk about it. So Jeremy Lin, he was on Dwight Howard's podcast and he was talking about how Kobe didn't talk to him for 5 months. And he felt like Kobe disrespected him and belittled him. And he felt like he was not playing well because of Kobe. And I'm going to just say this. Jeremy Lin, shut your soft ass up. You a bitch. Shut the fuck up, Jeremy Lin. Just shut the fuck up. And here the real I'm saying is, multiple players who have did podcasts say, when you play with Kobe Bryant, you have to earn your fucking respect. And this is the problem with Jeremy Lin. You soft. It's the reason why you're not in the league no more. You soft. People don't understand. You gotta earn Kobe's respect. I know people might say, how you know? Go back and read. Go back and read the articles. Watch the multiple podcasts of ex-Laker players that played with Kobe. You have to earn Kobe's respect. And here's the thing. Jeremy Lin, he just left the Houston Rockets, and then before the Houston Rockets, he was playing with the New York Knicks. And Jeremy Lin had a decent year with the Rockets, and he come to the Lakers thinking, I should be the number 2 option coming in. And it's a reason why Kobe did not fucking like Jeremy Lin. Let's be real. Here's some stuff I researched. That offseason that Jeremy Lin signed with the Lakers were supposed to sign Jeff Teague. And then Mitch Kupchak got cheap on the Lakers and ended up signing Jeremy Lin instead of Jeff Teague. And Kobe was upset about that. Like, people forget the last 5 years of Kobe's career, the Lakers failed Kobe. They failed him. They did not build a good-ass team around him. They wasted Kobe's last 5 years. Let's bring that together. You sign fucking Jeremy Lin over Jeff Teague, which Jeff Teague is a way better player than Jeremy Lin. Jeff Teague got voted into the All-Star game twice. Jeremy Lin is not an All-Star. So now Kobe upset because Jeff Teague would have turned the Lakers around from the point guard position. And then Kobe is stuck with goofy ass Mike D'Antoni because now Kobe got to play point guard because Jeff Teague bitch ass is not with the Lakers. My bad, Jeff, saying that. But you signed Jeremy Lin whole ass. Now Jeremy Lin can't fucking play point guard. Kobe got to take over and play point guard. Watch those Laker games when Kobe was playing point guard. He tried to do his best. Lakers failed Kobe. And then you got to understand, you have to earn Kobe's respect. Jeremy Lin did not earn Kobe's respect. And then you see fucking Kobe every fucking day, and you don't step to him like a real nigga and say, hey, Kobe, I don't even like what you said about me or what you said to me. I didn't like that. You gonna practice all day with the man, work out, and then text him when you got home. That's a bitch move. That's pussy activity. Like, real talk. See, that's why Kobe didn't talk to him for 5-6 months. Because Kobe like, damn, you've been around me every day and you didn't have the fucking balls to come up to me and tell me what I did wrong? Like a man? Fuck you. You a pussy. That's how Kobe looks at it. It's a reason why Kobe respects certain players like Karan Butler, Shaq, Metta World Peace, Pau Gasol, Byron Scott, certain teammates, Robert Ory, Derek Fisher, certain teammates, Lamar Odom, certain teammates Kobe respect because they get on Kobe ass too. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. Kobe did not respect Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin could have easily just said, hey, Kobe, I didn't like how you said that shit. Kobe would have said, fuck you then. Then if I was Jeremy, I would say, well, fuck you too, nigga. And I would have threw them hands and then shake hands and then go play and win the game. But Jeremy Lin a hoe. He's such a hoe. Let's just be real. The NBA is a dog league. It's all, hey, you can get in the league for 5. Here's the crazy thing. The league is so crazy. And if you watch the shit that goes on, you can have 5 straight good years. If you have 2 bad years, you out the fucking league. That's how the NBA is. Same with the NFL. You can have 3 good years, You have 2 bad years. After the 3 good years, you out the league. That's how it is in those type of environments. That's why Jeremy Lin out the league. Jeremy Lin, you a hoe. Now, and then you gonna wait till Kobe die to say this bullshit? Come on now, bro. Jeremy Lin, he is such a hoe for real. He's gonna wait till that man pass away to say all of this, where he couldn't even say it in Kobe's face. Let's just be real. That's why I respect Kobe. When Kobe had issues with Shaq, he told Shaq in his damn face what he did not like, what Shaq was doing. And guess what? Shaq respected Kobe because while everybody else was scared of Shaq, Kobe wasn't scared of Shaq. Kobe told Shaq, big fella, you fat as hell. You lazy. Big fella, you need to get in shape. Hey, big fella, you need to work on your free throws. Stop bullshitting. Shaq didn't like it. Yeah, Shaq swung off on Kobe in practice. But guess what? At the end, Shaq respected Kobe because Kobe had the balls to say something to Shaq while everybody was scared of Shaq. And guess what? That's why Kobe respects Shaq because Shaq wasn't scared of Kobe. Look at Meta War Peace, aka Ron Artest. It's a reason why the Lakers brought him over when they did that second championship run. Can I tell you what Kobe said in the interview? He said the reason why he recruited Ron Artest to come to the Lakers because he said Ron Artest was not scared of him. He respect Ron. He said Ron is fearless. He said if he know that a guy like Ron Artest that goes at him every night they play against each other, he wants that type of guy on his team. It's a reason why Kobe recruited Matt Barnes onto the Lakers. Matt Barnes the same way. He don't give up. Matt Barnes will crash out on anybody. It's a reason why Kobe respect those type of guys. But Jeremy Lin, old puss ass, gonna wait till Kobe die and say all this. Jeremy Lin should have said this shit while Kobe was still alive. That's how much of a hoe Jeremy Lin is. All right, let me stop crashing out on Jeremy Lin. It is what it is with that man. But like I said, it just crazy. But also, in other news, the playoffs is coming. The playoffs is coming. Everybody, y'all need to give y'all predictions with who y'all think is going to win the championship this year. And I'm going to give you a couple of my predictions. I think OKC is primed to make another one. I think they could go to the Western Conference Finals. Another team I think who could get to the Western Conference Finals also is 2 teams I've been looking at. It's either San Antonio or the Timberwolves again. That's another team. Those are 2 other teams. I'm not gonna talk about my Lakers. They horrible. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be very real about my Lakers. My Lakers is gonna get to the first round and get their ass blown out in the first round in 5 games. Because number one, they don't play no lick of defense. If you look at every playoff run they had within the past 3 years, it's the same bullshit. Defense. Austin Reeves can't even guard a code. D-Lo was trash on defense. LeBron got lazy on defense. The best perimeter person on the Lakers squad before they got Luka was Anthony Davis. Like, let's be real. The Lakers are trash on defense. Yeah, they got the best offense in the league because they run that goofy ass pace and space type of offense that Mike D'Antoni, Steve Kerr, Greg Popovich run. They run that same type of offense. But guess what? If you don't got no defense, your team ain't gonna get nowhere in the NBA. Look at those Mike D'Antoni teams. They'll be blowing people out by 20, 30 points in the regular season. But every time they run into the Spurs, they get their ass mollywopped. Or every time they run into the Mavs, they got their ass mollywopped. That's every time those Phoenix Suns teams, they either ran into the Mavericks or the Spurs. Look at those. Look at these other teams that run that offense. A lot of them don't put no emphasis on defense. So it is what it is. Now, on the Eastern Conference side, it's a toss-up. It's between New York and Detroit. In my heart, I think Detroit is going to be the team in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm going to be real. The New York Knicks, they're a good team. If they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, whoopee-doo. But I have a feeling the Knicks is going to choke in the second round. That's my prediction. And it's going to be a team like a surprise Eastern Conference team that's going to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's going to play against Detroit. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Boston. I'm sorry. That's what I forgot. Boston. Oh, Detroit and Boston in the Eastern Conference. I'm sorry. Jaylen Brown tearing everybody ass up. Jason Tatum is back. He's and Jason Tatum is maybe at 65%. If Jason Tatum gets to 80, 90%, Boston winning it all. I'm just no cap. Boston's going to win it all. And that's why the NBA Finals this year is not going to be a very predictable finals. I just see maybe 5 teams that potentially can be in the finals. And pretty much the teams I see on the Eastern Conference side, Boston and New York. On the Western Conference side, OKC, Minnesota, and Denver. And like I said before, I do not see my Lakers in the Western Conference final. My Lakers is gonna get put out in the first round. And let's talk about the Lakers real quick. So a lot of people have been running stats saying when Luka and Austin Reeves play together, the offense is more efficient. When you put LeBron in it, the offense takes a negative hit. I forgot what was the exact number. It was like minus something when LeBron plays. This is the reason why. When Luka and Austin Reeves play, it looks like they pass the ball more. That's what I see when I be watching TV. It's like the ball is moving around more. When LeBron gets in, he stops the ball. Because the reason why, LeBron usually would take the ball up, and he dictates what plays that's going to be ran on the floor. And I think that's the reason why the offense has taken a hit, because LeBron stops the ball. Yes, LeBron is one of the GOATs. If you watch a Laker game, when it's Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic playing, the ball moves around more. When LeBron plays with those two other players, he stops the ball because he dictates what goes on the floor. So ball don't get moved as much because LeBron is the one is trying to make the assists and make the plays. Where JJ Redick, when he has the two white boys, the ball is moving. And that's one thing that is kind of holding the Lakers back on the offensive side. But also LeBron is a piece you need when it comes to the playoff. You need at least 2 heroic LeBron games every series. Because I feel like LeBron can win you 2 games right now. But since the Lakers' defense is so bad, I'm just going to say this. Lakers getting put out in the first round because they don't play no defense, like I said. And also, some other things came out saying the Lakers are not afraid to lose Austin Reeves in free agency, and they're willing to sign him for $240 million. I'm just going to say this. If the Lakers sign Austin Reeves to that $240 million deal, it's going to be a horrible deal. He's not worth $240 million. Well, to me, he's not worth it. He doesn't play defense. Yes, he's a good scorer. He's averaging 25 points a game. Yes, I know that. But he is so trash on defense. It's like this. Luka is worse. I could say Luka is a worse defender than Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves at least try to play defense, but he's trash at it. Luka just stand there like a cone. So I feel like if the Lakers are smart, they need to go ahead, sign Austin Reeves, get his value sky high, and then trade him to the first year of that contract. Or you do a sign and trade. You get a team that's desperate for a star. You tell the team, hey, we're willing to do a sign and trade. We'll sign Austin Reeves, trade him to you. You give us your role players. And here's the thing. Austin Reeves is not good enough to trade for another all-star. Let's be real. He did not become an all-star this year or any other year. I think if you sign Austin Reeves, you trade him for some role players to make the team even more deep. I'm going to be real. I will sign and trade Austin Reeves to the Sacramento Kings and get Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. Well, let me take that back. That's horrible. That's a horrible take. That is such a horrible take. Let me take that. I forgot. Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan do not play defense. Well, that team will be worse. So, you know what? I'll trade Austin Reeves to the Charlotte Hornets. Get Miles Bridges, Con Canepo. I ain't gonna lie. Con Canepo is better than Austin Reeves to me. He's cold. That boy cold. He is so cold. But I would trade Austin Reeves for those 2 guys in a first round pick. And I think Austin Reeves and LaMelo Ball will work perfectly together. Because now Austin Reeves don't have to bring the ball up. LaMelo can bring it up. And then I think that will work even better. But it is what it is for my Lakers. Now let's talk about the Bucks real quick. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't know why did he come back from his injury. I think the Bucks should shut it down and just call it a day. And Giannis, I don't know why. Giannis is so scared to come out and say, look, I feel like this relationship with the Milwaukee Bucks has gone bad, and I think it's time for us to leave and depart. And I know Giannis he wants to be a winning player, and I understand that. And this is what you go through when you got a team that don't like to progress, that take their foot off the gas. I look at all the star players who stayed with one team and actually got it right, or almost got it right. Like The Dallas Mavs. Dirk stayed there for 20 years. But here's the thing about the Dallas Mavericks. They was a competent team. They had a competent GM in Mark Cuban, who was also the owner. So Mark Cuban was smart. That's one thing I'm gonna always give a lot of credit to Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban was maybe to me the only owner that was smart enough to know the business of basketball and know players and have smart people around him. So if you notice, Mark Cuban, the reason why Mark Cuban was so successful in Dallas so many years, because he kept former players around him that advised him on stuff. That say, hey, don't get this player is this way. Don't get this player. Look at his stat. If you just research his whole staff, about 80% of that staff are former players, former coaches, scouts, and all of that. So that's why Mark Cuban was so competent as a coach. I could truly say the Pacers, when they had Reggie Miller, if you look at the history of the Pacers all through the 90s, all from the 90s, from the late 80s all the way through the mid 2000s. No, let's just all the way through the mid 2000s when Reggie Miller retired. The Pacers was a competent team. They always was a playoff team. And then they built a competent team for 20 years straight. The problem with the Pacers was it was two things. They ran into Michael Jordan in the 90s, and they ran into LeBron in the 2000s and 10s, and they ran into Detroit. That was three reasons. They ran into that Detroit Pistons team in 04. They ran into LeBron after that, and before then, they ran into Michael Jordan. That was the reason why the Pacers couldn't get over the hump. And then when the Pacers got over the hump and went to the finals, in 2000, they ran into Kobe and Shaq. Let's just be real. The Pacers was a deeper team, but Kobe and Shaq was more dominant. So it's a lot of teams. Look at the Miami Heat. They was a competent team when they had Dwayne Wade. They made sure it was all about winning. And Giannis, and this when we go back to Giannis. And the thing with Giannis is, and me being a former Milwaukee native, and I'm just gonna say this: the Bucks, they're lazy. I've seen this done before. The Bucks never really cared about winning championships. Like when they had Ray Allen, Sam Cassell, and Glenn Robinson, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals one time. And then the next year, they traded everybody. All because of George Karl. Fuck George Karl. That's all I'm going to say, too. He done destroyed them Bucks team. That team with Cassell, Glenn Robinson. Let me name the team the Bucks had in 02-03. They had Ray Allen, Sam Cassell, Glenn Robinson, Michael Redd, Tim Thomas. Come on, that's a deep team. Lindsey Hunter. They had, I think around that time, they had Dale Curry, Haywood Workman, Scott Williams from Chicago, Irvin Johnson. That team was deep. That was a deep team. That team was deep. The Bucks had a big four. Cause people forget Michael Redd was a 6-man, but Herb Cole, the former owner, let George Karl destroy that team because George Karl's craziness, because he couldn't get along with 3 of his stars. And look at the history of the Milwaukee Bucks. Years of incompetence, and then when they had Michael Redd, they was losing majority of the time. They had Michael Redd. And then they played Michael Redd damn near 48 minutes a game. They ran Michael Redd down. Michael Redd fucked both of his knees up, and then he ended up retiring after 10 years, where Michael Redd is a player, the way he played the game, Michael Redd could have been in the league for 20 years because he's a shooter. The Bucks was horrible. Then y'all failed Brandon Jennings. Y'all traded him, I know, for Chris Middleton. Yeah, I know. But it was just like, then you had Andrew Bogut. You gave away Andrew Bogut for Monte Ellis. Monte Ellis didn't even want to stay in Milwaukee. That's the crazy part about it. And then y'all traded for Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson didn't even like Milwaukee. He hated Milwaukee. And then you traded for Richard Jefferson. Richard Jefferson hated Milwaukee. Y'all thought Richard Jefferson was going to be an all-star when he came to Milwaukee. The Bucks was incompetent for years. And then when you finally got Giannis, a guy that willing to stay, y'all can't even do the basic shit to keep Giannis. Now, I will say this, some of this is Giannis's fault, throwing a tantrum, saying he want players. I felt like, and I'm just gonna say this, I felt like if the Bucks would have fixed this whole Giannis situation, this what they should have done. They should have never traded Drew Holiday. They should have never traded Chris Middleton. This what they should have done. You shut Chris Middleton down. You tell him, hey, heal your knees up, take the whole year off. And then you keep Drew Holiday. And then what you need to do is Giannis would have had to then y'all would have had to shut Giannis down. One of those years, y'all would have had to shut Giannis down, get into the lottery, get a high first round draft pick, a rookie that can contribute and help the team out right away. And that would have restarted that championship run. Like that would have restarted the championship run. Like I can say this, the Bucks is so incompetent when it comes to that team. And then trading Drew Holiday was the worst move ever because the Bucks solely traded Drew Holiday because he had a bad playoff series the year after they won the championship. Giannis should have not think so emotionally. He should have just not said nothing. If I was the GM, I would have told Giannis, look, I'm not trading Drew for Damian Lillard. I'm not trading Drew. If I'm going to trade, but here's the thing. Now, if I was going to trade Drew, I was going to trade Drew for another 3-and-D guy. That's the only way I'll trade Drew. It has to be another 3-and-D guy that's just as good as Drew Holiday. But I'm sorry. I think the Bucks should have kept that championship team together. It's just so horrible how the Bucks run their operation. And now they traded all their draft picks. They don't really have nothing. Not technically all their draft picks, but they still got some first round picks in certain years. But the Bucks should have been more competent.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about the NBA this year and who you think is going to win in the playoffs. This your boy Mitch TV. I'm out.